God's chest. While that boy fought the dragon for years, he fought. But this is a story of victory. He fought and wrestled that dragon until he won, became victorious. He slit the dragon's throat with his sword of pure gold. Hello!
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So we want to give you a little preface it on what this video is. Preface it. Oh. We want to give you a little rundown of what this video is. This is our story. This is the story of me and Kenzie. So sometimes Kenzie will just talk. She'll just go and go and go and go. And I love to keep her going. And so sometimes I like to just do an audio recording, like a voice memo on a phone. And just to see what I get.
And I never know.
And I got some gold. So this one is actually our story. But she has no clue that I'm recording her audio.
Yeah, I had no idea when he asked me to sit down and tell him a story. And yeah, so just enjoy it.
Tell me a story.
Okay. So there once was a girl, and there once was a boy. And see, long ago, they really fell in love with each other. That boy, he was struggling with the dragon of fear. He was wrestling. And that fear took him down for a minute. That dragon took him away from the girl. And it was sad. And that girl, she had to go and she had to fight on her own. She had to learn to fight. She had to learn to trust that God had something good for her. She had to lean into God's chest. While that boy fought the dragon for years, he fought. But this is a story of victory. He fought and wrestled that dragon until he won, became victorious. He slit the dragon's throat with his sword of pure gold, filled with jewels, gold and jewels. And when he did, he held up that dragon's head and he said, "You fear no more." Then he was ready. And when he was ready, so was the girl. See, she was off diddly-daddling on her own in a field of wildflowers. It wasn't always pretty. There were storms that came. Those wildflowers shook, but that's what happens. Flowers grow under pressure, and they grow in the storm. And she grew in the storm with the wildflowers, with Jesus right by her side. See, the boy had Jesus too, but just it looked a little different than the girl. So anyway, that boy, he got on his white horse. Well, actually, the horse was a little brown, but he got on his still figuratively white horse, and he rode all the way to Kansas. Yeah. And just like in Kansas in the story of Dorothy, Follow the Yellow Brick Road, once he got to Kansas, the streets were paved with gold. Because see, the girl was there, and he knew that was his destiny. And he knew that when he got to her, that the streets were lined with gold, and that there was wildflowers, all of the things. And then the girl was there waiting, but she did not know that her prince was coming. So she's just in her own world, just living with the Lord God. When all of a sudden, this prince came and he was illuminating. And she was like, "What? What are you doing here, Prince Stephen?" He said to her, I came for you. I wrestled the dragon. I wrestled my fear and I beat it, and I will no longer let fear hold me down because I want you. And when I got here, the streets were lined with gold, and I knew that dragon would not come for me anymore. I knew that I entered my promised land. And my promised land is you, Kenzie Taylor West. I'm going to make you Kenzie Taylor Rank. And I'm going to do it today. And she said, hold on. Not today. You won't. You give me a promise ring to enter the promised land. So he did. But she didn't know he was going to do that, but he did. He surprised her. He surprised her with a lot of things. And part 2 coming to you later. Were you